You're watching Newsfeed AM. Let's give you the markets update now. The local index facing mixed global markets. The investors will focus on Parliament this afternoon, and that's when it decides whether impeachment proceedings should go ahead against President Cyril Ramaphosa. Carmen Mpelwane is Sanlam Investments Portfolio Manager, and she joins us now for a quick analysis of how the JSE is shaping up in early trade. Carmen, good morning to you. Let's start here. The Rand extended the previous session's losses yesterday, weakening along with other emerging market currencies. Are we heading for a further slump with the Phala vote looming?
There's been lots of concern around what the vote is going to be. Sentiment seems to show that we may still see the president remain as the president. If that's not the case, that's definitely going to cause some volatility for the Rand. And then add to that this week as well, we are going to see the Fed's decision, which is definitely going to have an impact as well. So as you've mentioned, emerging market currencies have been under pressure, and these are likely to be the forces behind that at the moment for the Rand.
Let's talk about the data that is expected today. Stats SA scheduled to publish the latest mining production and sales figures. What should we expect from that data?
So I'm sure it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag. What we did see over the last week was an improved GDP number, unfortunately largely driven by the agriculture sector, or maybe fortunately. On the mining side, we did see that it wasn't as much in terms of the contribution to that GDP number. So I say a mixed bag in terms of commodity specific. We definitely have seen with the numbers that have come out here to date that there's been a pullback in production. Load shedding has definitely had an impact as well. In my opinion, we're going to see a mixed bag and commodity specific. So probably the dirty commodities are the ones that are going to see production still firm for the period.
Let's then talk company news. RMB Holdings posting their interim financial results for the 6 months, which ended on September 30th, 2022. That includes a trading statement. Talk us through their service offering and overall results. So
this is a investment holding company, and we've seen over the last 2 years a general unwinding for most of these types of companies. Similarly for RMB Holdings, we have seen them declare a special dividend early in the year and expected to continue to do so to get to monetize the assets and pay back to shareholders. As you've mentioned, trading statement did come out. We do expect a significant change on the back of the structure unwinding over the next few months. They are at the moment as well in litigation proceedings with certain shareholders, so something to keep an eye on in terms of the performance going forward.
Yeah, let's conclude the conversation with the Goldfields CEO, Chris Griffiths, who is stepping down. Talk a bit about his legacy that he leaves behind in the group and the company's overall performance with him at the helm.
So unfortunately, this comes on the back of the failed Yamana deal. Goldfields had been in the running and had been in talks with them, and then we saw a few weeks ago a competitive bid come out. And with that, Goldfields decided not to increase their offering for Yamana. This would have been part of Chris Griffith's legacy. Unfortunately, has not come to fruition, and therefore he's stepping down. Based on that, he's only been there since April 2021. But having said that, a veteran in the mining industry, having been CEO at Amplats as well as Kumba Iron Ore. So it's probably not the last that we'll see of him. Probably will remain in the industry with his extensive knowledge and experience. But having said that, for Goldfields, we did see an uptick initially in the share price early in the year on the announcement of this Yamana deal, but it has come off slightly post the failing of the deal.
Carmen Mpelwane, let me thank you very much for that markets update.